second to look at the work that we did yesterday. And I'm going to ask you to tell me what you noticed. Think about the art words that we talked about on the first day and some of the art terms that we talked about, like the elements of art. What are some things that you notice about the work that we did?
Like there's some dark and some light, and some people mix the dark with the light colors.
So I'm hearing you talk about areas that are light and areas that are dark, and that some people mixed those or blended and overlapped those colors to create that vignette effect maybe, where we have dark on the outside and light in the middle. There was an element of art that we talked about that meant light and dark. Can you remember it? Do you remember what it was? Everybody say value.
Value.
Okay, so when I say light and dark, you say value. Light and dark?
Value.
Light and dark. What other elements of art or artistic things can you think about when you see these? So we see different textures here, and groups chose different textures to fill in some spaces. Also, when you use oil pastels, you also added some textures, and some textures in those oil pastels look like little circles, some are back and forth. Texture is another one of those elements of art. So, today we're going to write about the work that we did, and we're doing this as shared writing. So, I will pull your ideas from you, and I will write them down, and then I'll give you this, and you get to write down what you want. Either you can write down from the ideas we shared together, or you can come up with your own things to write about. We're going to do this shared writing piece on the rug, so in a moment, I'll ask you to transition. So think about what we did on the first day. We had a worksheet and we practiced some things. We talked about the elements of art. So if we had to write about what we did first in this project, what might you say? First, we. If I call on you, I want you to use the frame. First, we, and go ahead and finish that sentence.
First, we learned the elements of art.
Okay. First.
We learned how to draw textures.
Okay. First, we learn. Okay. What else did we do first day? So if we think about day 2, let me switch my pens. Then, I think on your sheet it says, then we. Now we're thinking about day 2 when we worked in groups. I'm thinking in my head, what did we do next? What did we do next? Before we share out with a group, can you quietly turn to someone next to you and say what we did next? Then we, what did we do? Okay, let's bring your focus back to me in 3, facing this way, in 2, with voices off. So on day 2, what did we do? How can we describe it? We're doing sequence writing. First we did this, then we did this. Let's hear from some people I haven't heard from yet. So then we compromised on what color paper to use. We made other decisions. We compromised on other things. Then we compromised on what pen choice and what else did we compromise on?
Like what shape we're going.
What shape we were going to use and texture. So we had to make a lot of decisions and compromise here. What are some other things we did yesterday? Okay. So the next thing I want you to think about is, what was challenging about this activity? Turn to somebody next to you and talk about what was challenging about this activity. What was challenging?
Tracing the shapes.
Can you use the whole sentence
It
right?
was challenging tracing the shapes.
Okay. So if you have more ideas, you can certainly write them when it's your turn to write. You can talk about what was challenging, or you can choose to talk about what you enjoyed. So the other option you have is to talk about, I enjoyed. Think in your head for a second. What did you enjoy about this work?
Just like coloring.
I enjoyed coloring. Coloring in the shapes?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can choose any of these to write down on those lines. Let me see which elements of art you write down on the first space. You get to choose how you're going to complete those sentences. And this one, you get to choose one. You can either do, it was challenging, or I enjoyed. You don't have to do both, but you can if you want to. Okay, go ahead and get started. First, what did we do